Yeah, we gotta get you right. We gotta get you right. Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you guys for coming to watch. If you are new here, my name is Javanna Paten. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become a part of our family. So basically, as you guys can see, this video is a life update. I know that I am a very private person, but we all know, like, my ultimate goal for my channel is to positively impact everyone who watches it, whether if it's my vlogs, traveling, a sit-down video. As much as possible, I want to make sure that I'm giving out something to like be beneficial and like positively impact someone else's life. And so I want to just touch base with you guys on a few things and update you with my life, where I've been, what I've been doing. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So update. I recently, I think I've said it in a few videos already, but I recently got a new job. I started, it's been about almost a month, almost 2 months now. Got a new job, and the funny story about this job that I applied to, actually applied last year, y'all. Last year in December, and I am currently in influencing marketing. Everyone knows that I want to further my career in influencing and whatever that may look like for me. I haven't really fleshed out and like thoroughly planned out an action plan for that specifically, but obviously I'm really passionate about YouTube and staying on top of like my posting and stuff like that. So I thought that was like the perfect avenue for me to start and just pretty much learn and be a sponge and soak in as much as I can. I applied in December, did not hear back. I heard back, like she told me right away, she's like, hey, the position's filled, sorry, but like would love to keep your resume on file and touch base with you if the position opens up again. At the time, it was really hard to hear, you know, because you just feel like you're preying on certain things in your life, and you're like, okay, well, this is open, let me see if like this door's for me. And at the time, I was praying so hard, y'all. I was praying so hard that God would reveal to me my purpose. I was doing doing YouTube so consistently, like back to back for like 2 or 3 months at the time. And I was like, okay, I want to finally take off. Like that was my goal, y'all. Like, and I felt like all the work that I had put in as far as YouTube and wanting to do influencing was not in his plan for me, because I felt like that job would have been like the stepping stone for me per se, to like learn the industry, be in it, you know, like it's different when you're like out of it and you're like trying to pursue something versus like you're in it and you're soaking up everything that you need to know, because not a lot of influencers have that advantage. And so I felt like for me this would have been confirmation that this is what I want to do, right? So didn't get the job, or it wasn't the time, right? So late July, I heard back from the company and got an interview and got the job, obviously. And I'm just so blessed, y'all. I'm so freaking blessed. And the thing is, I knew the job was already mine before interviewing, before talking to the CEO, before anything. As soon as I got the email saying, hey, I know that you applied a few months back, would love to chat, I already knew. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, I already know this is my job. Like, I already know. Like, I knew in my heart, like, okay, I'm on the right track. God just wanted to work some things within me first, which I am so grateful for, because it's like, we can think we're ready for stuff and we're not. Like, I think the place that I was mentally in at the time when I first applied, I wasn't ready for my job. And not to say like I didn't have the skill set. I feel like I was in such a dark place where I feel like I would have not been as grateful for it. because I obviously have the skill set to be in this position that I am, but I feel like on a spiritual level, I wasn't ready to receive it. And especially the confirmation of like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like at the time, I wasn't there. And after that, I was not consistent with YouTube. I was like, all right, that's not what I'm supposed to do. So moving on. But it was when I took my trip to Dubai, I didn't have the job still, obviously. I still felt in my heart that I was still supposed to be posting. I still felt strongly about like, I need to be still, like, this is something that I've poured into. This is probably the most consistent thing I've done. As far as anything like hobby related, right? Like YouTube has been, and content creating has been the most consistent thing that I have done. I've written books, done, like art, done this, done that, but it's like YouTube is something that I feel like God continues to pull me back. Like, no, you said you want to do this, keep doing it. I know you don't see what you want to see right now, but keep doing it. And so I got the chills right now just saying that, y'all. Yeah, like I feel I'm getting emotional. I don't know why. But I just think that for me, my journey has been obviously different from other people. And I feel like, there's been people that's been like, oh, I thought you would have been further along on YouTube by now, or like, but this is my path. And so, for anyone that's starting YouTube, wants to start one, I say go for it. There's been so many times where I'm like, I don't care to do it anymore. I'm done. I don't see any like fruit from this, like sacrificing me consistently posting, recording myself, editing. Like I've wanted to quit so many times, y'all. And even now, I've been consistent for, I would say, a good year. And even then I'm like on and off a month. But I am so grateful for my growth, y'all. I am so grateful for my growth. And so I'm getting off track, but got the job. So the whole point of me saying this was my transition was really difficult for me, like on an emotional standpoint, because I was like attached to my last job. Not attached in an unhealthy way where, like some people are like, I can't leave. This is my bread and butter. Like I've done this for so long. No, that wasn't me. Like I built strong relationships within my last job. And so it was really hard emotionally for me to walk away and not feel guilty for doing something for myself. It was really difficult. And so, being in therapy, you guys know I'm in therapy and I'm a huge advocate for it. Being in therapy, my therapist was like I literally, y'all, I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, I literally could not sleep at all. Like being up all night, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, having to wake up at 6, like it was just very unhealthy. And I told my therapist about it. I was like, I'm not understanding, like this is supposed to be a happy transition for me. And I was like, I'm not understanding why it's negatively impacting me right now. Like I'm literally like my mental health was a little bit better than it was during the transition phase, or stage. And like I wasn't motivated to work out. Like I just lost all of my motivation. I was existing. Like I was literally just existing. I was just so anxious. I was so anxious, y'all. And I was like, I remember in the moment where it was my last day at work at my last job. And I just was like, God, I'm not sure if this is the right move. Like I knew it was the right move, like deep down in my heart. But at the same time, like I just felt so uneasy. Like, and I had no idea why. And my therapist was like, have you journaled about you closing one chapter and opening a door for another? Like, just truly being in acceptance, like, okay, this season of my life is over. The hardships, the fun times. This season, this piece of me is now closed, and now God is shifting you from this to something else. And with my new job, like, I was like, I have no idea. Like, I'm going into a completely different space, right? I was coming from criminal justice and public policy to now influencing marketing, which I've done social media marketing and stuff like that, but like, just the influencing space, the space that I want to be in. And I just felt so uneasy. Like, I felt so uneasy, so anxious, so nervous, so sick to my freaking body. Like, and that was difficult for me. And so, like, I would just say that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing like sit down videos, is like, what can I say to y'all? But today I was like, I want to be intentional about being young, and just letting you guys know, like, we are shifting, and no one talks about those shifts. Like, nobody talks about like the in-between shifts. Like, we always pray and like want to level up, but like, no one talks about like leaving behind what was at some point the best time of your life, the best, people you've been around, people that contribute to your happiness at the time. And yeah, it was, I'm getting emotional, but it was really difficult for me. But I am obviously in such a better space right now, and I'm just extremely grateful. And I'm just excited to see where my new career takes me. And I want you guys to see it as well. Like, everybody's gonna know, Javanna said it. The transition's not easy, okay? Like, it's not easy. But I just want to be the one to tell y'all and be vulnerable as possible. Like, God is so faithful, y'all. And I always say, like, his timing, y'all, his timing. It's perfect. And yeah. So moving on to the next topic, dating. I am still single, and I'm currently not dating and not interested in dating. I've come to realize that, like, I just want to better me. I want to fix certain areas about myself to where I am attracting the right people, and I just want to focus on just bettering me. I want to focus on like becoming a better mom, or becoming a better person, becoming a better woman, friend, daughter, sibling, employee, acquaintance, like whatever. Like, I want to become the best version of myself and attract the right people. And so, like, I feel like I'm in a space where I'm, transition from one job to a different space that I desire to be in. And I'm also feeling like all the friendships and like connections that I had this year, or like, from the past, like, I'm in a place where I'm okay with letting it go. Like, I'm in a place where if something is not like contributing to my happiness, adding value to my value, like, just pouring, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, having mutual cups to be poured in. Like, if I just feel like the connection is a one-sided connection, I'm out. Like, and I'm just unapologetic about it right now, because in order to receive what you want, y'all, you have to let go of like stuff that you don't care to have anymore. And I think letting go was so difficult for me, and it still is challenging, but I feel like I'm getting better at like accepting things for what they are and moving forward, and knowing that God is going to give me better. And I just think I'm just in a place where I'm like, if I'm giving or pouring more into a connection, or like trying to maintain it, if I'm the only one reaching out, if I'm the only one checking up on you, if I'm the only one, like, I'm cool with letting it go, because I want to move forward, and I don't want to stay stagnant, and I don't want to feel like my connections, friendships are stagnant as well. like if I'm going to dinner with someone, I want to have the most positive things to talk about. Like I don't want to talk about the past. I don't want to talk about negative stuff. I don't want to talk, like, that's just the space that I'm in. And I think growing up and adulting, that is a part of that. Like I think we get so honed in on like hanging on to people because of the history, but like, listen, I met someone and I felt like I knew them my entire life within 2 weeks, if not a day. And you know, you come around someone that you've been around for so long and it's like, we have nothing to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've just been more intentional about like acknowledging that, not ignoring it, not being in denial of, as far as like accepting a connection is just not where it's supposed to be anymore, and outgrowing someone or outgrowing each other. It is okay to part ways with that person and it not be no bad blood afterwards. Like I am totally okay with like closing doors with people right now, and just making room for the next people, the people that are going to pour into me, that are going to that we can do purpose together, and just bounce business ideas off of each other, connect with each other on like a spiritual level, just ultimately pouring into one another. And that's just where I'm at. Like I'm just very unapologetic about it. Like I'm tired of feeling like I have no one to lean on, because the people I choose to have in my life are just not mentally in a space to pour into me, right? So a lot of times, and my mom says it all the time, she's always like, you also have to realize the part that you play in situations. Like if you're disappointed, ask yourself, what did you do to also be disappointed? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, this person can disappoint you over and over and over, but if you're accepting it, if you're dealing with it, giving them another chance at the chance, you're also part of the problem, right? And so that was the hard truth that I had to realize. Like, okay, like I'm always lonely. I always feel like I have no friends. I always feel like the people I have in my life are like, we have nothing to talk about. Like that plays in a part with me too. And so I'm just being intentional about like making room for new people, and also working on me to be a better person, be a better friend, and put myself out there. So that's the update with that piece. That also went into like this other topic I was going to talk about, like connections and like dating. But yeah, I'm not really into dating right now. I just want to give myself a moment to like appreciate this new season that I'm in, and just work on me, work on bettering me, and focusing on God. And I have so many things that I want to do that I've like put on hold because of trying seasons. And so now I have the space to like do that, right? And that just goes into another thing, like my businesses I want to do, picking back up Destiny & Co. If you guys are new here, Destiny & Co. is my baby, it's my business, and I want to have another baby. And my another baby is going to be more of a community-based organization that I'm really excited about. If you know, you know. But yeah, like I want to pick back up my business with Destiny & Co. Destiny & Co. was or is a small business development business, and pretty much I do coaching with that, and I just miss connecting with people that are hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss that so much. And I feel like I put a pause on it because I was so drained. I was so drained mentally to where I didn't have enough to give other people in the way that I wanted to when I got home from work, or when it just wasn't, like I wasn't in a place to really pour into people the way that I wanted to. And I don't like that. Like I want my business to flourish. I want it to be a reflection of who I am. And granted, a lot, like all of my clients were like, Javanna, I love you. Like I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, which is good to hear. But it's like, you know, that I'm not giving my 1000% to this person, you know? And so, of course, I was doing the best that I could, but I just knew within myself, I wanted to do better. I wanted to be better. I wanted to show up a lot better. Because that's my purpose, like, to be as impactful as I can. And yes, I've been impactful, but like, I'm so hard on myself, y'all. Like, I can do better, right? My teeth look so good. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like, my birthday is in 17 days and I will be 26. I'll be celebrating out of the country and just believing God for blessings. I know that I'm a blessing. I know that He's already blessed me. I know that I was born blessed, but I'm so excited to see where God is paving the way for me, especially within my career path now. I'll be soaking so much stuff in. Like, I just be like, oh, okay, that's crazy. Like, all day. And it feels great that, you know, I'm now in a space where, like, man, God loves me so much that, like, he's growing me before I even take off. Like, He's preparing me and developing me before I even take off. And I couldn't be more grateful. Like, that is a real father, y'all. Like, a real father wants you to be on your P's and Q's before he puts you in that big room, right? And so that's what I feel right now in this season. I feel like God is He's tailoring me right now. He like, all right, so yeah, we got to get you right. And so that's where I'm at, and I feel blessed. I feel grateful. Like, today I left church and I was like, I'm gonna film today. Got in my car. I was like, I'm not gonna film. I'm gonna lay down and be in my feelings and be emotional, and because it's about to be that time of the month, right? But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have so much to update you guys on. I am impactful, and you have to have those pep talks with yourself. Like, you cannot let the enemy get in your head and make you feel like you're not worthy. The stuff that you have to say doesn't matter. The stuff that you're going through is not for someone else to grow from you. Like, listen, I can preach all day, y'all. But yeah, I just wanted to, like, chat with y'all, update y'all on my life. My mom is getting married in 11 days and I'm so excited. So that's coming up. My birthday's coming up. Like, my cheeks are hurting right now. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so glad I did this video, y'all. I know that it is for you guys, but ultimately, like, it is my testament of, like, just being diligent, listening to God, because I literally was about to get in my bed and be like, I'm not filming, I'm sad, I'm aggravated, I don't even bothered. But no, like, I have plenty to update you guys on, like, and I didn't even say, so my lease was supposed to be up this month, right? And I was like, I started a whole vlog journey on this a few months ago, and I was gonna purchase a home this year, which I felt, at the time I was freaking out, like, cause it was more of a faith jump. Like, I applied for a home, was it a mortgage loan? Yeah, I applied for a mortgage loan before even talking to a attorney, or before even talking to a real estate agent, talking to my parents, like, I just went ahead and did it. And, like, my credit was right. I was like, shoot, I'm getting my loans forgiven. I'm pretty in a good space. My debt at the time was really low. Like, in a good place, obviously, to be purchasing a home. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, why not? Like, I'm believing for financial abundance, and I just feel like it's the right time. Like, I want something bigger. And so I did the process and realized very quickly, this is before I was even interviewing for my new job, realized very quickly that home buying is stressful. like it's a job, like for real. It's really a job. It's overwhelming, like extremely overwhelming. And I felt like everything was happening so quickly. I was like, all right, I need to pause. Like, I felt like everything was moving in my favor, for sure. But I felt like I was being, not by my real estate agent at all, but I think the process, it just happened so quickly. You literally have to be prepared for it. Like, and I came to a realization that I was like, you know what? Like, I want to stay here until things shift in my personal goals area of my life. And yeah, I was gonna buy a house this year, y'all. I was about to jump off the cliff and do it, and I decided to not do it, but I'm praying that it'll be next year. And yeah, ultimately I knew I didn't want to settle for anything that I was gonna purchase my money with. I wasn't gonna settle, okay? And so pretty much I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay here because you have to pay to move, you gotta pay to transfer bills, and too much. I was like, I can't do it. Like, I'm transitioning my work life and thinking of moving all at the same time. Then my mom's wedding and my birthday around the same time I would have had to move. Too much. So I was like, I'm gonna hold off this year. But I'm very adamant and very passionate about like real estate, having ownership of stuff. And so that process, even though it was a short period of time, I think I was doing it maybe like a month, like the whole process of like meeting my real estate agent, talking to her. We didn't even start viewing homes. It was in a place where I was like the application getting pre-approved, and pretty much sending her homes that I wanted to visit. But I was like, all right, let me pull out. And that's what I did. But the time frame that I was trying to buy a home, I learned so much, like, to where I was like, okay, God, like, I feel that this was like a test run for me to like be prepared when I actually do buy a house. I already know what to expect. I have a whole pamphlet full of like the process, stuff that I need to read, like contracts and stuff like that, that is going to be educational and like beneficial to me to already know up front when I do decide to purchase next year. And so yeah, I'm so blessed, y'all. I'm so freaking blessed. I'm so grateful. I don't get on here to brag. I'm not a person to brag at all anyways. I'm very humble about my accomplishments. And so I just wanted to come on here, update you guys, tell y'all where I'm at, and just try to be as impactful as I can. But if you guys enjoyed this sit down video with me today, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.